This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Noxious smoke filled the upper Wenatchee Valley, and residents of Peshastin were ordered to boil their tap water after a fruit warehouse there caught fire Sunday night and continued burning into Monday.
Aside from gun sales, the Grant County Fairgrounds commercial building was a clearinghouse for political talk during this year's Northwest Gun Show.
The Casimir Bulldogs are no stranger to the third place game, as they finished third in state 4 times before this season.
The Elmira Cooley Heartline Warriors boys and girls basketball teams missed their chances at playing in the state 1B championship games on Saturday by a combined total of 3 points.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Noxious smoke filled the upper Wenatchee Valley, and residents of Peshastin were ordered to boil their tap water after a fruit warehouse there caught fire Sunday night and continued burning into Monday. The 2-alarm fire, reported at 7:05 p.m., broke out in a Bluebird storage facility on Peshastin Mill Road and was tackled by multiple fire agencies. The cause was still unclear the following morning. But the smoke was voluminous, and weather conditions have kept it close to the ground and spreading down valley, as far southeast as Wenatchee. By sunrise, air quality in the Wenatchee Valley was listed as unhealthy, based on data from State Department of Ecology monitoring sites. Because fruit storage involves chemicals like ammonia, emergency officials said Peshastin residents should boil their water before consuming it. The Peshastin Water District's 2 main wells are located directly next to the fire scene, and there's a chance chemicals or other materials could seep into the water supply. Fire crews continued to suppress and monitor the blaze Monday at the warehouse structure, one of the older storage buildings in Bluebird's complex. Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata. Aside from gun sales, the Grant County Fairgrounds commercial building was a clearinghouse for political talk during this year's Northwest Gun Show. Initiative 1639 is firing up gun enthusiasts.
We'll see if they can get it passed into a law, because it's a lot of it's unconstitutional and so on. I think there's going to be a fair amount of resistance, even though it did pass. I don't think people really knew what they were voting for when they voted that in. So we'll see where it goes.
I think the big thing about 1639 is that what passed is a blank check. Everybody right now is trying to figure out exactly what it is, how it's going to be enforced, and what's going to go on with it. And that's just not really a good thing for most public people.
Okanagan arms owner Tom Pitts of Okanagan says the initiative is another gun law that limits the prosperity of the firearms business in our state.
And if it wasn't for all those fees that Washington State taxes us on all the time, and all the new gun regulations that the people in the west side put upon us, we'd be able to make a lot better living.
Northwest Gun Show coordinator Ron Warren, who thinks Initiative 1639 has a chance of getting reversed, says the new law would also affect gun shows.
As far as 1639 affecting gun shows, I think it would, especially with this mandatory 10-day background check, which is ridiculous because everybody here, when they purchase any kind of weapon, has to pass what's called a NICS background test, which is FBI background and all that. To buy a handgun, you have to have either a concealed weapons permit to walk out with the gun, or there's a 10-day background, with the county sheriff or city municipality sheriff. So to me, it's redundant. It doesn't need to be in place, and it's just more restrictions on what has been legal ever since this country was established.
I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The Casimir Bulldogs are no stranger to the third place game, as they finished third in state 4 times before this season. The Medical Lake Cardinals came in as the number 9 seed and looked to do something that has never been done before: beat the Bulldogs in the third place game. Medical Lake came out looking like the Golden State Warriors, drilling 4 3-point shots to begin the game and quickly gaining the lead. It didn't take long before the Bulldogs came storming back and took the lead away from the Cardinals, quickly amassing a large lead themselves. The Bulldogs entered halftime with a comfortable lead of 27-14 after only allowing 2 points to the Cardinals the entire second quarter, both from free throws. The Cardinals found their stride in the fourth, where they scored 12 points, but it was too little too late. The Bulldogs blew out the Cardinals by 22 points, 55-33, winning the game and finishing third in state. After the game, junior Grace Erdman talked about how it felt in the locker room following the win.
It's kind of like a bittersweet feeling because, yeah, we won and we played well, so that feels great. But at the same time, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, yeah, it would have been nice to go to that championship, and we know we could have done well, and we know we could have gotten there. But at the end of the day, we're satisfied with the results, and we're just happy for each other.
Star player Haley Van Lith wanted to end the season on a high note.
It was obviously a hard day for us yesterday, but we just played for each other and played for the community that still came out to support us, even though we weren't in the big one, and we were just super thankful for them, so we owed it to them.
This is the third time in the past 6 years the Bulldogs have finished third in state, and the fifth time in the past 6 years they've placed no lower than third. The Bulldogs finished the season with a 22-3 record and will be returning most of their team next season. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
The Elmira Cooley Heartline Warriors boys and girls basketball teams missed their chances at playing in the State 1B championship games on Saturday by a combined total of 3 points after each squad fell in their respective semifinal matchups on Friday night at the Spokane Arena. The number 3 seed ACH girls battled the second-seeded Pomeroy Pirates in their tilt, which was neck and neck for most of its 32 minutes. Pomeroy held a 2-point advantage after 1 quarter of play and just a 1-point margin at halftime. After 24 minutes, the Pirates managed to open up a 2-bucket differential. However, after averaging a total of 14.6 points through the contest's first 3 quarters, the Warrior girls limited Pomeroy to a mere 4 in the fourth quarter, but could only muster 7 of their own and fell short of the win by the final count of 48-47. Senior wing Gabby Isaac led all scorers in the game with 20 points for ACH. The loss drops the Warrior girls into Saturday's third-place contest with the number 5 seed Neah Bay Red Devils, while the Pirates move on to the title matchup against the top-seeded Colton Wildcats on Saturday night. After watching the girls' team lose a heartbreaker, it was the 7th-seeded ACH boys' turn to hit the hardwoods against the number 6 seed Yakima Tribal Eagles in their contest. Unlike the girls' game, the boys wasn't all that close throughout the first 3 quarters of play. The Warrior boys jumped out to an 18-8 lead after 8 minutes and expanded their advantage to 12 points by halftime, during which they never trailed. In the third quarter, Yakima Tribal started playing a bit stronger and reduced the ACH bulge back to 10 points at the end of 24 minutes. However, the Eagles looked like an entirely different team over the game's final 8 minutes and were seemingly supercharged with spirit after seeing feisty junior point guard Brian Strom foul out with just under 5 minutes still remaining in regulation. Yakima Nation went on to outscore the Warriors 23-11 in the final quarter to capture an incredible 55-53 come-from-behind victory. Freshman sensation guard Reese Isaac led all scorers in the contest with 29 points for ACH, while Strom paced the Eagles with 20 in spite of his shortened playing time due to fouling out. The Warriors' loss drops them into the third-place game Saturday afternoon against the 5th-seeded Muckleshoot Tribal Kings, while Yakima Tribal advanced to their first-ever state championship game appearance Saturday night against the tourney's top seed and 6-time state champion Sunnyside Christian Knights. Reporting for iFIBER 1 Sports, I'm Chris Hansen.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.